no more sworn affidavits. We got rid
Huge.
of the sworn affidavit when we're filing complaints. So for those who don't know, many years ago, basically the Illinois Fraternal Order of Police got in, I can't remember, the Uniform Police Peace Officers Disciplinary Act is what it was in. It basically required anyone filing a complaint against an officer to sign a sworn affidavit under the threat of prosecution if you lied, if they think you lied in the complaint. And that's certainly knowingly, I think it was done knowingly, that to people
Right.
who are from the most underserved communities, who also bear the brunt of police misconduct the most, trust the system the least, and are going to be less likely to sign an affidavit. And I had a source that was pretty high up in the department. He's now retired, but I brought that up to him and he goes, you know what, honestly, as a good policing measure, I'm against the affidavit rule. We need to collect as much information as possible about our officers and what they're doing. It doesn't mean that I think all those complaints are legitimate where someone won't sign an affidavit. And he goes, in fact, I think a lot of them aren't legitimate. He goes, but we still need the data. And this was something, it was a giveaway to the unions to reduce the number of complaints. So that's my take on it. I want to get your take about how big this is.
This is huge. Because the other thing you have to realize is that, retaliation is a very, very real threat in communities that are over policed. When you sign an affidavit, the risk of perjury is scary. But also, the officer knows your name. They know which arrest it is. They know where you live. And, it's not like retaliation has to be, coming up to you in a dark alley and beating you up, right? We know that, your house can get targeted for, additional stop-bys by police. You find your car gets stopped more often. And these are very, very real things that happen in over-policed communities that make, when I was a defense attorney, I often suggested to my clients that they make COPA complaints when they had, when there was video of them having experienced, massive police misconduct. They usually would not do it. And their reasoning was that they were likely to run into that cop on the street again. And if that cop knew that they had made a complaint, they were in danger. And that's very real. The other part of this, of course, is that police officers are also supposed to be able to make complaints against other police officers. And so this rule, is also basically a way to reveal whistleblowers. So why would you break the blue wall of silence when you can't even get past the complaint stage before the person that you're talking about sees your name and knows exactly who you are and what you're doing?
Right. And just to remind my viewers, once again, the head of the FOP, he has 50 complaints. Most of them are internal. So
Right.
Even with everything Sarah just talked about, he is so bad. He's been so bad on the street working that he was so bad that the officers gave him their name and filed 40 some individual complaints against him over the time he's been on the job, which is like 14 or 15 years now. I mean, that is a staggering reality